Hello. Today we will be talking about the Internet of Things. My name is Greg Albers and this is ITM 2000. Unlike technologies such as the light bulb or the telephone, the Internet has no single inventor. Instead, it has evolved over time. The Internet got its start in the United States more than 50 years ago, as a government weapon in the Cold War. For years, scientists and researchers used it to communicate and share data with one another. Today, we use the Internet for almost everything, and for many people, it would be impossible to imagine life without the Internet. To fully understand the gravity of the Internet's impact on both individuals and society, we must understand the Internet of Things. The most commonly accepted and technical definition of the Internet of Things is the interworking of physical devices, vehicles, buildings, and other items, embedded with electronics, software, sensors, actuators, and network connectivity that enable these objects to collect and exchange data. It is quite possible to get lost in that definition, so let's think of the Internet of Things on a scale that is easier to understand. Imagine your everyday life. You have a home computer, a work computer, a cell phone, a Kindle, an iPad, along with countless other devices. All of these devices make up your Internet of Things in your world. They are all wired with computer chips and able to communicate with each other and the Internet. Now let's think of things in your life that you may look past when considering your own Internet of Things. Your car has complex computers and processors in it, which allows it to communicate with OnStar, monitor tire levels, and provide up-to-date traffic information. Your Fitbit has Bluetooth connectivity, which allows it to sync with your phone. It has geosensors, which allows it to track the amount of steps you take. It has a heartbeat monitor, which allows it to track health-related things. Your bedside clock has a built-in radio. Your Xbox is able to stream Netflix as well as play online games. Your security system has complex cameras that you can view all over the world. All of these are examples of how vast the Internet of Things. Many people having no idea. So when you're thinking of your Internet of Things, really think back on your life and really think what is connected to the Internet, what has technology in it, and what has made my life easier. Now let's discuss some of the broader societal impacts that the Internet of Things has facilitated. Think of the last time you ordered an item from Amazon, and you came home from class the next day with that brown box on your front doorstep. How did the box make it halfway across the country in such a short period of time? With the help of the Internet of Things, of course. The warehouse used trackers to locate the item. It was packaged and then sent out on a truck. The truck used GPS mapping to think of the most logistical and quickest way to deliver all of those packages to the customers. Perhaps more important than your latest Amazon order is the food we need to live. Around the US and around the world, there are millions upon millions of acres of farmland. The Internet of Things has an effect on the farmlands. Crops are monitored by complex sensors that detect water. Cattle farms use complex logistics to ensure our meat is fresh and safe to eat. Those are just very minute examples of the Internet of Things. many which people do not understand. On a much bigger scale, let's think of what the Internet of Things can do. We've all heard of the term smart cities, but do any of us really know what they are? The notion has been around for many years, but what really makes up a smart city? Essentially just the Internet of Things. Let's look at this photo. On the left, you will see smart mobility. Bus routes are complicated and calculated based on estimated number of people. Imagine that buses track who got on and who got off, where and when. They would be able to design faster and quicker bus routes. Smart healthcare. Hospitals are already so complex with online and electronic patient records, but imagine it could go even farther to detect care and to prevent disasters of health. Smart energy. We all use energy in our house, but imagine if our house could tell us how to use the energy better. Safety. Monitoring of vibrations and material conditions in buildings and bridges could prevent earthquake damage and help save lives. Parking. Monitoring of vehicles and pedestrian levels to optimize driving and walking routes could make the world a cleaner and safer place to live in. Talking about safety, let's talk about lighting. Lighting that adjusts to the time of day. How safe would that be? Well, you may think of smart cities as futuristic and not possible. What would you do if I say that these have already been designed and tested, thanks to the Internet of Things? Smart cities is less so about inventing things and breakthroughs, but more about how little pieces of technology can come together to make your life easier, safer, and more productive. So next time you think of your life, think of parking meters, think of earthquakes, think of traffic, think of streetlights, and think of the Internet of Things. Thanks for watching.